What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for checking with me. We got a nice video for the people. Uh, Before we get into it, the New York Knicks, they played like horse shit. I just can't believe what I witnessed. These guys couldn't figure out how to get a shot off. It was really horrendous. Uh, you know, it was just a mess. It just Julius Randle's he's just not that number one option that I expected. Julius, he played so good during the regular season, and then for him to come out this horrible. I mean, it's just kind of. I'm trying to make some sense of the situation, and I just can't find much sense. But nonetheless, let's get into the topic at hand with Lonzo Ball. I feel like Lonzo Ball has the potential to make an all-defensive team. Not, I wouldn't say that it could be the first, second. I'm not sure if they threw away with the third, because it usually used to be three defensive teams, three all-defensive teams. So that's why I felt maybe he can make one of those in the future. I stated in the past that I thought that's his second year in the league. If he wasn't injury riddled, I felt he could have made an all defensive team that second year. I don't see why he couldn't have. I've seen Lonzo Ball lock up just about almost any star you could think of outside the ones I mentioned in my previous video. Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving, players like that. But Lonzo Ball, I'm looking like I said, I think he could do a number on Trae Young. I'm not saying he would lock him up, but he wouldn't have 30 plus. You know, it's just the defense, it does not get enough credit. Everybody talks about this, everybody talks about that, but people forget about the potential that Lonzo Ball has on defense, and he proves it every night. That's one thing I could say is his calling card at times. At times he's missing shots. He doesn't finish at the rim all the time. Pause. But nonetheless, the defense has seemed to always be there to be his calling card. Whether that is getting in the passing lanes, picking up a guy 94 feet. Also, like I said, just being a good switch. Lonzo Ball, like I said, he can guard about, I would say, 1 through 3 positions. And that's not easy to do in the NBA. In the NBA, there's a lot of switching going on because it's pick and roll heavy. Every team is just running a pick and roll offense. So you got to be ready to switch. Sometimes you got to be ready to guard fours. It is what it is. And Lonzo's a good rebounder as well. So definitely, rebounding is, I believe that's the closing of that closes out a defensive play. People don't credit rebounding for defense, but I do, because you could play a great defensive set, do great, but don't get the rebound. It's almost like a wasted effort. Or the other team, have a good defensive staff, and then the other team catches the ball and gets a tip in, or an easy putback. It's almost like a throwaway. It's just like what the hell did we just do? What do we do this for? You're just trying to make sense of the situation. Rico, you have some technical difficulties. You probably got to come back. Yeah. But like I said, let me know what's your thoughts on what I'm stating right now with Lonzo Ball potentially making an all defensive team in the future. Does he have the potential to do that? I believe so. Let me know if you do, and if not, let me know why. It's Flight Sports TV. We don't have to agree with everything. I want to hear from the people, which I got to say. Rico should be back shortly. He has some technical difficulties. He was trying to get in the line. It seemed like he having some issues. We're still saying device not connected. There you go. What's going on, Rico?
What up, Mike?
What up? I can't call him. What's the deal? Did you catch up on this video, or do I need to fill you in again? Pause.
Yeah, I was listening.
Okay, yeah. What's your thoughts on Lonzo Ball potentially make? Do you think he has that potential to make an all defensive team?
That I've been saying it for a while. To be honest, to be very honest, I've been saying it for a long time. I think he does, just simply because he has the body for it. He has the Here's how I'll say it, right? Lonzo Ball isn't considered one of the greater defenders or better defenders in the NBA by a lot of people simply because the Pelicans aren't good defensively as a team. But if you have Lonzo on the Clippers next to Paul George and Kawhi, then you would see his impact on the game. You would see him switching seamlessly with Kawhi and Paul George. You'd see Lonzo guarding players like that more often. And then a lot of people would start paying attention to his defensive metrics, and that's really what that award comes down to.
Right.
Because you had Pat Bev make it last season, I think it was, and I'm sorry, some of the people he made it over, not even if I didn't want to say Lonzo, he made it over Drew Holiday, and there's no reason that should have happened. But that's because he played on the Clippers, and the Clippers were one of the better defensive teams in the NBA.
Yeah. So the record does play a part in it.
Hmm.
You can't just be not missing the playoffs, play in, and then expect to get team awards. Or player
Exactly.
awards. Just you got to do your job. Your defense got to lead to some wins too. But I think with Lonzo Ball being in a different situation coming up this season, God willing, I think the sky could be the limit. Let's see what happens. I honestly think he's coming to the Eastern Conference. So I'm just looking at some of the guards. It's not so he's guard heavy all over the NBA, but it seems like all the real heavyweights is out west.
Yep.
It's still some good guards. Trey Young, Kyrie Irvings. Ben Simmons. I would say has some limitations. You know, um, Giannis and those guys. Who are they even playing? Drew Holiday at times. I'm not even sure. You know, I'm thinking out who else is out there. There's some other good young guards out there. Of course, Lamelo Ball in Charlotte. Miami. I think that point guard is in influx. You don't know what the hell is going on with that point guard. Seems to be a mess. I just feel like Lonzo can come in there and really guard some of these point guards out in the Eastern Conference. And it'll be a little much relief. You got the Orlando Magic, they point guards and is an influx. I'm just saying that the East point guards are not so heavy like out west.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I can say for a fact.
look,
Shit, this
what?
Dallas game is crazy.
Yeah, I'm watching it go back and forth right now.
Yeah, it's like I think this game gonna mess around, go down to the wire. I wouldn't be surprised. Um, did you see that Knicks game?
Yeah, I caught the first quarter. I went to eat, and then I caught the after halftime. I caught the rest of the game.
Mm.
Man, oh man,
Yeah, I was sad.
man, oh man. That's all I gotta say, flight. Man, oh man.
Knicks ain't gonna put up a fight. They couldn't even find no shots.
Yeah, I'm watching. I'm watching them, and it's like they don't even run a set. They don't run plays. Nothing. Is a lot of times whoever dribbles the ball up court is whoever's shooting the ball, and I'm sorry to say this, but they're doubling Julius Randle off the baseline. And usually you give up the baseline because you count that as an extra defender.
Yeah,
But th- teams are more confident giving Julius Randle the middle with his right hand than they are having him trying to do a reverse layup on the other side. And that shouldn't happen. Like if you're a scorer of that caliber, you should be able to go right to around the free throw range and create something. But he can't. Not that he can, but he doesn't do it enough.
yeah, you're right about that. Um, you don't. I just think they just need a point guard in there to get easier shots. Like I said, it seems like everything is just so hard for them to shoot. Pause is like they get no easy shots. You know,
They don't.
They shooting over 2 and 3 guys. Julius just barreling to the paint. Like, I mean, that shit ain't gonna work, man. That shit worked in the regular season. They played him pretty much like single coverage in the regular season. This time around, they really like guarding him. He got to step up. I just feel like Julius, he just wasn't. He just got to step up to the plate.
Hmm.
That's, he got to improve from this and get better. I think everybody's gonna get better. RJ, all of them. When you get to the playoffs for some reason, out of nowhere, they just improve. I just think that's good for them.
Yep.
Whenever a team gets to make the playoffs, the players seem to like take a leap. Always, for some reason, that
Yeah.
experience you can't teach. That's why I wanted Lonzo Ball to make the playoffs because I felt that would definitely improve his game.
Hmm.
Because even if they would have lost or got swept, lost in 5, it didn't matter. It's just that experience you can't teach that. You
Even
know,
in even when you lose, bro, what you learn by even if you do get swept, like you said, what you learn is that one of the elite teams in the NBA, or if they would have made it as the eighth seed, the best team in their conference, they would have learned their strategy on how they locked them down.
right,
So, the, you, what you get from that experience is you walk into next season, into the off season, knowing exactly what you have to work on. So, like, even if you lose, like, and people don't give them that credit. Like, even if a player gets swept, even if it's a 4-1 series, and people are gonna look at the Knicks like, they didn't show up. However,
right.
you're gonna look at them, they're gonna learn from this,
Yeah,
or they should.
yeah. Julius should be a better player after this.
Yeah.
He gonna learn like, okay, you ain't gonna be able to put me in this situation no more. That used to
Mhm.
happen with Damian Lillard. I know it's a different caliber of a player, but when Damian Lillard and them got swept by the New Orleans Pelicans,
Yep.
that made him a better player because they completely locked him up. You know, now nobody can guard Damian Lillard. You can never do that again.
He
Yeah,
works more off ball now. He
yeah,
realized what they did because he's. I remember he said in a I think it was a podcast when they asked him about how great Drew Holiday was as a defender. He said he's one of the best, but really what they did that series was trap him. It really was. He called for a high screen and roll, and they just trapped him every single play. And Dame, he shot heavy, so he just kept shooting.
right. What's going on, Vine?
Hey, what's good, Flight? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up?
Oh man, so yeah, hey, sorry for the loss, bruh.
That's all good. Things happen.
Uh,
We'll be back.
yeah, right. You sure will.
So,
Yeah.
what's your thoughts on the topic at hand?
Um,
do you think Lonzo Ball can make an all defensive team? Do you think he has the potential?
hey. You know what, Flight? I've been checking around. So I've been looking at a lot of the New York podcasts and stuff like that, looking to see what they're thinking about and what they're saying and what they need, what they think they gonna need because they seen the loss come, they seen this coming. And they came to the conclusion they need a scoring guard, bro. And I really think that too. I kind of think that too. They need a scoring guard. They don't need no guard like Zoe, man. That playmaker, because they ain't got no play. They ain't got no play for him to be playmaking nobody too. They offense don't move
But
like
they
that.
struggling to get shots too.
Understand that. You understand that. Understand that.
I mean, I'm
And
just thinking about who.
Vern,
they need another guy like D Rose. That kind of guard. That's
I
what they
mean,
need.
Lonzo Ball is a better guard than everything they got right now.
I hear you. I
And
don't
if
see.
he could,
yo,
Yeah. I just don't get it. Like I get it because, like I said, and then like New York might make that move too. I wish they don't, but they just might make that move. But like I said, like I don't see him going nowhere else. I see him going to Charlotte, man. But New York could be New York, but I don't see it, man.
yo, Vern.
Yo,
When I remember Flight, what he was saying is that what they could with the cap space they have, they could get both. So they could get Lonzo and a player like Kawhi if Kawhi opted to leave. But
Right.
I don't see Lonzo going unless Kawhi goes first. You know what I mean?
uh,
Like
Well,
uh,
if
I hope that's not the
okay.
case.
With that move right there, I understand what you're saying. But I see Lonzo making the decision day one. Matter of fact, I see his mind already made up. I see him making the decision day one.
I think his mind is
It
made
was
up too.
regardless about what the New York Knicks did. That's
Man,
all.
man, I think he's out of New Orleans.
Already, you always hey, we didn't came to that conclusion. We have
yeah,
already
bro.
pulled the dirt.
Yeah,
We should
but
have
he out of
already
New
put the
Orleans.
dirt on that.
I think he at the airport trying to buy a ticket. He just don't know where yet. That's
Yeah,
where I think.
Man,
That's where I think he at.
there's no way he can stay
yo.
there.
Hey, I think what Melo did. Melo went down, got his jet, went down to New Orleans, got him up out of there, flew him down there to California with his mom and kick it down there. They still talking about right now how they gonna all be together down in Charlotte at Melo's or at Lonzo's place.
Man, they gotta make sure I mean not Magic, make sure that Mitch Kupchak or Michael Jordan okay something like that.
Man, look here. Mr. Kupchak already said he going into the draft. He going into it hard, bro. He ain't had to say no more. That's all he had to say. Now I got to look here. I'm gonna tell you something. What's already said? Well, look here. I'm gonna tell you something. Like you already know this. You seen how the Bulls, how the Bucks got caught up with running their mouth too much, especially during those times of talking about money. You understand me? Or what you gonna do? You see how the Bucks did that. Now you got to learn a lesson from the Bucks, brother.
Right.
See how they lost on. You see how they lost on that gold mine, but they ran around and they got Drew Holiday anyway. But you see how they lost on the chance of getting that young man out there in Atlanta. You see how they
Yeah.
lost on that because they made their move too soon. I can tell you about it, but if you don't want to hear it from me, then you ain't gonna hear it from them, bro, because they ain't gonna open their mouth, man. They know the business. Keep your mouth
Right.
closed, but keep your money close. And if Lonzo know they're gonna come at him 9 times out of 10, he gonna give them conversation. You thinking that he gonna get everybody else in the league conversation, but Charlotte. And I think if you think like that, you're thinking wrong. Flight. That's all I'm saying. Matter of fact, Charlotte should be the first consideration.
Man, I think when you sign with Rich Paul, you're looking to get paid.
Man, look here, Rich
Yeah.
Paul can take a back seat to what Lonzo got to tell him because he worked for Lonzo. Lonzo don't work for him. Don't get it twisted, Flight. That's old media.
Right.
Right.
I gotcha. Well, let's see how it plays out, man. I'm just saying, Rich Paul is going to be representing him.
Yeah,
He's going to
I
represent himself.
I
what that
think
mean?
I
All Rich Paul's job is to do, bro, is get Lonzo the best contract and the best deal he could possibly go with. Because Rich Paul got to get paid out of that too. He ain't gonna let Lonzo go down to those Charlotte for those $13.95.
y'all don't think they could do it in a sign and trade then because
Well,
No,
I
if
mean,
they gonna go straight
I
up.
hope that will happen.
I think they go straight up because of the fact that what's today New Orleans is still in the deal.
This is a similar situation with Bogdanovich out there in Atlanta. I believe, what was it, 2 years ago? He was supposed to go to it was last year. He was
I
supposed to go to
the,
the Bucks at first.
bruh. If you was
He
listening to
was
me,
on
I
the
just
Kings
mentioned
last
that.
season, and
yeah,
Huh?
they didn't match his offer. I said Bogdanovich on Atlanta from the Hawks. He
That's
he
who I
was
was talking about.
he was a restricted free agent this summer that just passed.
Right.
But Sacramento didn't match the offer. And that's where he was able to just go to Atlanta straight
No,
up.
listen. You just made a mistake. Okay, look here. Sacramento had nothing to play with it because what it was the Sacramento had to deal with the Bucks.
Yeah, I
Bucks
said
came
that
out
at
too
first.
soon.
I completely
Okay,
fast
bet.
forward from
All
the
right,
Bucks. I know the
bet.
Bucks and
It
it
had
didn't
nothing to
go
do with
through.
Sacramento. Sacramento didn't break out nothing. Sacramento was all cool with the Bucks made that move, and then when the Bucks made that move, it allowed Leonard to get into the deal. Bucks lost out on it. They was before they. I can't do that.
Nah,
Same way I'm telling,
I
like
already
you
know about
said,
the
the
Bucks
same way I'm
situation.
telling you now. Michael Jordan them can't do that right now. They can't make noise like, hey, look here, who we finna get? Who you think we finna get? You can't do that. Am I right, Flight?
I mean, I guess we got to wait for free agency to figure out who we ran.
like you just said up out of your mouth. That's what they did last year. Shit still acquired. Same things still apply for this year, my brother. Can't keep your mouth closed.
Pause.
Let me
I
let
got
me let me tell you what's gonna happen. Believe me. Don't believe Woj. Believe me.
like I said, I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for free agency, man. Like I said, we all just speculating.
I'm telling you what the business is. Speculate my ass.
You
That's what
swear
the
he going
business
to
is.
Charlotte?
I already know. I'm telling you, man. His father and
That's
his
what you
family
think.
take
You
bruh.
lied
Listen,
if you.
flight. You still don't get it. If you just listen to what I'm saying, his
You
brother
always say.
and his family takes top priority. If his brother say, "Look here, Zoe, man. Look here. I got $20 million so you come down there and play with me. We can both be all stars." You don't believe that?
Let me tell you something. Michael Jordan, his cheap ass, he ain't giving Lonzo no 20 million.
I'm telling you, just don't know, man. I'm telling you. All right, flight. I don't. All right,
You
flight.
see
I'm
him
telling you.
low ball, Kemba Walker.
Yeah, I already know. I know the business. I know how they get down too. I know the
He
business,
gonna go
especially
sit
Charlotte.
down. He gonna go sit down with
Hey,
James Dolan.
he didn't have no problem giving that bum Gordon Hayward all that money, did he?
Yeah, but I
Hey,
mean, Gordon Hayward is a
hey,
closer.
that right there didn't cross your mind, did it?
Yeah, but he's a potential closer. And Gordon Hayward is a potential closer.
Gordon Hayward, what?
He's a potential closer.
Man, come on, man, come on. All right, I
You
get that. I
pay him
get
to
that. I get
close,
that. He
and
do.
he closed a
I
few
get that.
games.
It's potential. He's not a
If
closer,
Gordon,
a
but
potential closer. You
If
saying that
Gordon
right?
Hayward didn't get injured, yeah, possibly would have been in the playoffs.
Yeah, yeah,
Gordon
boy.
Hayward hit a couple of shots this season. He made a game winner too.
Yeah. Well, he got to fit in with Zoe next year. He got to fit in with Melo next year too. He got to get up off that pedestal he called himself on and get down to get to the business. He got to be a fourth quarter dude instead of a 1, 2, 3 quarter dude. He got to get it on to the fourth quarter also. I've been watching this game, Flight. I
The
agree
way
with
I,
you.
I think it would have to be a.
That's his concern. But all them
I
haters
think it
and
has to.
a lot of them haters that Charlie got gonna be gone anyway when Zoe get there because a lot of them gonna be shipped out. Especially dude number one, he gonna be gone too. A lot of them gonna be gone. A lot of the ones that don't like Zoe, they're gonna be gone because they got to make room. They got to make room for that money to come in, so they got to get these two rim protectors. It's already said. It's already done. It's in the work, B. New York. I'm gonna tell you something. New York better get on and get there. I'm gonna tell you, but you know who they New York better get? Lowry. I'm telling you, they get Lowry, man. Get a player like dude. And he got 3 more good years ahead of him right now. You understand me? And it'd be good to have him and Rose down there playing that same spot. Rose be good coming up off the bench. You
Not
understood?
off
You
the
understand?
bench. Nah, I
Yeah,
want the.
coming up. Rose would be good coming off that bench because
No,
he
I'll be
already know
honest
what.
with you. Next, they got to trade some of these bums we got on the roster, like RJ Barrett. No disrespect to
I
RJ, but he
agree.
need to be
I
moved.
agree.
We need to get
I
RJ
agree.
up out of there. We got to move. Yo, low key T, what's the deal, man? You need to get in this live, man. Shout out low key T, clouded up right now. We're working hard. That Kwame Brown story, that shit is lit. Um, yeah, man. Back to what I was saying, man. Um, What the hell did we just say that you said you agree with?
I agree with you said about dude.
Oh yeah, we
What's
got
his
to
name?
get the
That Barrett dude.
RJ. Yeah, my bad. RJ Barrett. We got to. It's time to trade for some people. You know, it's time to
He
win.
should trade him down over there to trade him over there. Get a good deal with get him over there to what's the name to what's the name to where his boy at?
New Orleans.
Yeah, turn around and get him. Yeah, turn him over, sit him over there. Get one of the real protectors they got to bag up that wheel. We bag up to what they got.
No, we got a center. That's right. We got Mitchell
I
Robinson.
say
Who's
somebody
in?
to bag him up. Another
No,
tall
Mitchell
rim
Robinson
protector to
got
bag
hurt.
him up because of
If
the
we would
fact
have
that you have to
Mitchell
go
Robinson, we'd have
because
been
of the
out.
fact you have to go small with Randall a lot, and you don't want to go small with Randall that much like that. You can't put that much work on him. You understand me? You're asking them to be a scoring forward, and then you're asking them to be the biggest man on the court almost. Play the biggest man on the court all the time because their big man is down right now. So you get another bag of big man. Like that young dude they got out there, whatever his name is, like they got out there in New Orleans. That young boy, the light skinned brother, 7 foot dude, played out in Texas. Get somebody
Yeah.
like him. The
Well, I
young
know.
boy got a couple years. You
Well, I
understand
got
me?
a,
That's
well,
how
I got
you do
a,
that.
well, I got a question off topic.
Yeah.
What you think about LeBron James tomorrow, man? You think he gonna get eliminated?
Yeah, it looked like that. It looked like that's the way it is. It looked like it because KD ain't gonna be able to play.
You mean AD not playing?
I mean, not AD. I mean, AD ain't gonna be able to play. No, he ain't playing. He ain't playing. The next game. He's
You
still
sure?
hurt. He's questionable, bro. He's questionable. You think he
No.
had a hamstring, bro?
Well,
That's a hamstring,
he gonna bring his ass back.
bro.
Yeah.
That's a hamstring,
Nah, Anthony Davis got to come
bro.
back. Yeah.
That's a hamstring.
This is
That's
LeBron. Like
that's at
Anthony
least a
Davis
month.
says, team doctors will
That's
decide.
at least a month. Even a strain, even if it didn't pull nothing, even if you just strained it, that's at least a month. You understand what I'm saying? He ain't playing them. He ain't playing tomorrow. Whatever they gonna play, he ain't playing. AD ain't playing. Why not play the World Series? Probably play the next series if they make it. I don't see that. You see that?
Well,
You see AD playing?
yeah, I do. I say he ain't got no choice.
Man, look at
Yeah, he
that.
got, he got to play.
Yeah, he do got a choice. You crazy as hell.
I mean, not if you want to win.
Sit up there. He ain't gonna sit up there and mess that money up, man. Put that for the rest of his life, man. Sit up there
So
trying
he
to
already got a
hey,
contract.
sit up there trying to pull one of them KDs, pull one of KD numbers or pull one of what's the name numbers, the other one that went down to Golden State. You sit up there trying to play hurt. You pull up another muscle, man. Go. You don't do that, man. That's stupid. I don't think he gonna do it, man.
Yeah, it's
It's just my
definitely
opinion.
possible. Low key T says the Lakers would have lost last year too if it wasn't a break in the season. I mean, that's definitely you got a good point there
What's that?
because teams was hot, last season, and then they had to break, and then they brought them back. It was just a fucking mess, man.
Yeah.
It made no damn sense. Yeah, what's going, Rico? You still there? Rico, look like he
Yeah,
went.
yeah, I'm here, Flight.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. So, I guess, like I said, I guess we're gonna get up out of here, man. We ain't gonna waste too much time. But, I'll definitely be back on the stream tomorrow. I need everybody to hit the like button. Most definitely hit that subscribe button. This Flight Sports TV. Go subscribe to Low Key T if you like that Kwame Brown story. There's a lot of stuff that you might have missed. Low Key T covered the story very extensively. Pause. Low Key T for life. Everybody go subscribe to Low Key T and check out all those Kwame Brown stories. You got a damn near Kwame Brown series going on there. You go in there, educate yourself. It's Flight Sports TV. We getting up out of here.